Welcome back in, Todd Squad. I'm Michael, and you know the deal. As always, I'm joined by a man who is the reason that thousands of lice are without a home today. That's my co-host, Brad.
My head's extra shiny today.
Yo, that is...
I don't know. It's really shiny.
Did you polish that right before we record?
I don't really know. I think I don't really know what's happening up there.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, so I'm sorry for the homeless lice situation, but once again, coming in with the bald compliment. You're really running out of things to insult me with.
Hey, it's low-hanging fruit, as they say. But what's not low is the number of downloads. Y'all, we've hit over 50,000 downloads, and some of that's... Yeah. So thank you so much. But don't you guys call it a comeback today. Brad, I swear if you even think... Don't you dare call it a comeback, Brad.
I think it is.
Oh, is it a comeback?
Well, then who do we have
with us?
We have Todd Gardner, a.k.a. Hot Todd Lincoln.
Hot Todd Lincoln. I remember him. What's up, Hot Todd Lincoln?
I am doing well. How are you guys doing?
Oh, we're doing splendid. If you can't tell by Michael's tone, he's really on it.
I'm jovial today. I hit you with a good roast right off the bat, and I'm just rolling with it.
Yeah. I mean, you got the bald compliment in talking about homeless lice, because nothing says love and admiration as talking to your friends about lice.
Yes.
We're in a roaring start. This is fantastic.
Yeah, it's normal casual banter at a party. Just try to get to the lice topic as soon as possible.
Sure.
Well, not only are we going to have a roaring start, we're actually going to have a roaring ending, because today we're going to have a very awesome Once Upon a Todd segment. Todd he's a sideshow performer. He does a lot of strongman feats, and we're actually going to replace our Once Upon a Todd segment with a 10 to 15 minute performance by Todd Gardner. So that will be on video. It will not be in the audio portion. So everyone after this, you can't just listen to it. You have to watch it. So everyone after this, go ahead and head over to YouTube. You can find a link to it on the toddcastpod.com. That's our website. Yes. So everyone out there, check it out. It's going to be a fantastic time. Todd did one for us last time, and we actually lost the audio, so we suck.
We do suck.
That is factual.
But Hot Todd Lincoln, how have you been since the last time we spoke to you? Hopefully not sucky.
I've been well. Up and down. I mean, it's I'm living the introvert's dream in an extrovert's body. I mean, which is just difficult at times.
Yeah.
But I found outlets like this or other some podcasts here or there, or some online shows, and kind of making it work. And of course, as you guys have seen the videos, the COVID-19 capers that I've been doing on Instagram. It's funny. Like that started off as a 2-week exercise. It's like, I'll do a couple videos over the couple weeks we're at home. And I think I just did my 135th video or something last week. So it's like
135. Wow.
Yeah. So there's a lot of them, and it's but it's when things open back up and when stages open back up, I kind of want to hit them running. I don't want to be in that. Oh wait, how do I do these things? Oh yeah, I remember when I was cool and did that stuff. Like I want to do it, and it's been really interesting to an interesting process to kind of figure out how to make those videos and and how to tell a story in a minute, even though it's like a strength feat, but it's like I try to have some kind of, A to B to C kind of thing happening. So I've been busy, but it's a good busy.
No, I like them. I've watched a lot of them. I like how you have the narrations there. You have the old timey look to it. I mean, we talked about it before, but everyone check them out. They're very fun, a minute, very digestible, and very intense.
Yeah, on Instagram at Hot Todd Lincoln. Easy enough to find there. So have you?
And you can see that was actually my ventriloquist bit right there, because you didn't even see my lips move while my Instagram handle was red. So that was already. That
do you even have lips?
Who does these days?
Who has lips these days? This is so out.
They're just actually true story. They're just happy I was wearing pants, because right now, even though it's audio, they actually have a bit of video going on. So it's So
I thought you meant your lips were happy that you were wearing pants. I didn't know what that meant.
That was weird. No, I meant more of the two of you rather than lips. I already moved on.
We are not your lips.
No.
I don't think so.
I hate it when my lips are so upset when I never wear pants.
Huh.
We get
All
angry
right,
with
so yeah.
I guess that was the reason for lips being chapped.
that. Ooh.
Oh,
Oh dare. Oh dare. Oh dear.
oh dear.
Truth or dare, everybody.
Well, I guess kind of rolling off of that. Have you conquered any new feats or anything?
Yeah, no, I did. And this one. It's a painful one. But you take a half-inch rolled stock, or like a round bar of steel.
Yes.
About 48 inches, or about 36 to 48, whatever it is. Then I put it over the bridge of my nose, take off my glasses because they're expensive. But then I'm able to draw it down and bend this bar of steel over my face.
Oh, wow.
Over your face.
That's new. Yeah.
Over
like
your nose and stuff?
Yeah, his face. That's his face.
That is his
basically
face.
like this. Like right there in that area.
Yeah. Goodness. Have you sustained? We talked about the injuries and kind of your lack thereof. Have you sustained any lately?
Good. I mean,
you're still good.
I've got a little tendonitis, but it's like, you take a week off, let that subside, and then get right back into it. So, but yeah, knock on wood, there's no substantial, injuries or I mean, there's sometimes there's bruising because you're shoving steel into your body in various ways, and bodies are like, what's this about? I don't
want this. Get this out of here.
I don't want to put you in my thigh like that. I don't want a
this is no place for you.
Bar over my nose. What are you doing?
Yes.
It's like that's part of it, right? It's like the body can complain, but you're like, look, I know, but we'll get through this together. It's fine. Let's just do the thing, and then you can rest. So it's a sort of a negotiation in that regard.
Michael's had, what have you had? Tennis elbow for a while, correct?
I sure have, yeah.
And
I was
trying the how often do you bend steel? Oh, okay. It was on your face?
The 3/4 inch one on my face. That one's about like 6 feet wide. So really,
okay.
A lot of unnecessary torque. I mean, I'm not flexing here or anything, but
there's a lot of flexing going on right now.
No, that just happened because of lifting really quick right after.
So it was from steel. It
was
actually from iron.
It was, yes.
It was from iron because you're pumping it. Pumping steel. Is that the saying?
Pumping steel.
Pumping iron, yeah. Pushing steel, pumping iron, yep.
Well, pushing. Speaking of steel, you were on the steel bending podcast recently, correct?
Yes, I was.
How was that experience?
It was really great. I watched the podcast a few times, and then I was like, hey, I wanted to go on. Sorry if you hear the train rumbling in the background. That's but Baltimore.
I like it.
But no, it's like I feel like I have a very different approach than a lot of the other steel benders and a lot of the folks that do that kind of thing, because there are plenty. I mean, and it's like, and what's great, it's like it's a pursuit that has room for everybody, right? There's no, there are folks that will chase the like I want to get certified in this bend or certified in that bend or certified, and then that's what they do. And then there are others who want to perform it, and then there are others who want to be motivational speakers, and they use that as part of it. So it's like they're really very different ways of using it. And I think coming from a sideshow background and going into bending and doing all that, I think it was new to him, new to that podcast to have that perspective.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I didn't realize there were so many facets of steel bending.
Yeah, it's facetful.
I think it gained some momentum in some ways during the pandemic, right? Because like people were at home, they could order this steel, could get there, and it's like they could work on the things at home, as opposed to like people that would generally go and work out were all of a sudden like, I can't go to my gym, I can't do this, but I can try this other. And in many ways, like that kind of work, the steel bending or short bending or axe levering or some of the other things, it's like those add to more of that sort of general quote unquote farm strength or overall strength, as opposed to like, I can push this bar up 10 times. And it's like, great. So if you are trapped under that bar in the real world, you're set. But it's like, it's not as much of an overall strength exercise.
A little less functional, I guess.
Exactly.
Very interesting. But yeah, well, speaking of functional lifts or functional movements, we saw you basically rip a license plate.
Yes.
So that's a common day occurrence for most people.
I've ripped many a license plate in my day.
Oh no! What have I done?
This is the first time we've ever recorded anything. What is happening? All right, so back to the license plate and not Michael hitting
where did
drops.
you see me? Was that? I mean, that wasn't on that podcast. So where did you see the license plate being ripped asunder?
Well, I didn't see it physically being ripped, but I saw the picture on the Instagram of the shredded license plate. So
yes, that's kind of a new and fun one too. And
seems very intense.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, and it's one of those items too that people have they have a relationship with. Like they've used them. They understand what it feels like in their hands, and all of a sudden someone just went, and it's ripped. They're like, it's
Wow. Is that where does that rate on so like half-inch steel across the
half-inch steel is still like, I mean, that one's a little bit harder because I mean it's also like it's going to hurt. I mean, it basically has the feel of like all right, so my 5'6" frame playing volleyball. I'm not the one that's going to spike it over the net. More than likely, I'm going to be the one that's looking up and have the thing hit me right square in the face, just because my team number in volleyball was victim. Actually,
gosh.
But it's like where something hits you like in that area, and it's like it hurts.
Yeah.
But it's like you realize I'm doing this to myself, and it's going to feel like that for about 4 days. And so that one's a little harder just to sort of like, okay, we're doing it. It's happening. This is the thing we're doing. So it's like I think that one, the license plate is a little bit less because you put gloves on because it's also
very sharp.
Yeah. So it's like you've got gloves, you put it against your chest, you do the thing, and it goes, and then like you don't. I mean, I did the multiple tears just to see how far down I could take it. Yeah. But it's like one of those like once it's ripped, it's ripped. It's like that's people get the fact that you can. There's no questioning that. So you don't have to like no. Let me rip it into 15 different pieces to really show like it's So I think that one is. I mean. They're all hard. They're all difficult in their own ways. Yeah. Right. I mean, because the license plate too, it's not. It can bend a lot. So it's like if it goes a little off course, then all of a sudden you're trying to tear into a fold as opposed to tearing it across, and that gets tricky. So it's
oh boy,
there are more techniques and like things you have to watch out for than you would initially. It's not like Hulk mad, Hulk smash. It's like you have to kind of you have to respect the material, and be focused on what you're doing.
Oh, so did you actually like go out to your car and just rip that off and then ripped it in parts? Like, are you driving without a license plate right now?
I'm not. No, I found on eBay of all things a big stack of Washington State license plates. Selling, and so So
did you specifically look for Washington State, or was that?
No, I hate this state.
My proximity to Washington D.C. It's like it was Highlander. There can be only one, right? So no, what I ended up doing was like they had a good number of them, and the price was reasonable enough, and so I bought that lot, and then when I run out of those, we'll see what the next one I can find.
Wow.
Well, I like that. Well, I guess speaking of ripping things apart, I think we're gonna get ripped apart in this next segment.
Uh-oh.
Now it's Todd's turn.
Ripped apart with questions. Ripped apart with questions, people. So HT Links here he's prepared some question for us. Yes. He's now the question master. So fire away, good sir.
I want to get the nice audio in of rustling of papers.
People love that.
I'm going to sell it that I've been organized, and maybe even the.
Oh, he's clapping papers right now.
There you go. Okay.
Clapping papers.
So are you both going to answer the questions, or are you going to alternate, or how do we want to do this?
Yeah, you pitch it, and we'll see where we go with it.
All right. So question number 1. We'll start off with a softball question here. What makes you smile when you get up in the morning?
Oh boy, Brad, what makes you smile?
I mean, first off, the fact that I actually got up in the morning. I think that's the low hanging fruit again.
Right. That's a good baseline.
But often it's not appreciated by a lot of people.
It is.
It's taken for granted.
It is. Well, some people wake up and they don't like what they have to do that day, so they're automatically sad.
But you woke up.
exactly, which adds some perspective to it. Ooh. So yeah, I think I'm gonna go with the low hanging fruit there. I mean, another thing is I can go with the cliche, my child, my dog, things like that. So, but I think those are the big things. Having a kid and getting to see him the first thing in the morning is very, very smiley.
I've never seen this part of Brad before, so thanks.
Getting so sympathetic.
Thanks,
Absolutely.
HT Links.
You got me.
There you go.
HT Links.
So, and Michael.
Oh, so what makes me smile in the morning? Yeah, I think I'm gonna kind of piggyback off Brad there. I mean, definitely
get
waking
off
up.
of me.
Get off my back.
This is no place for you.
It's okay. He's wearing pants. It's fine.
Exactly.
Okay. Oh, then my lips are okay with that. Oh God.
Well, I was gonna say, just waking up every day, like I said, that's something we all take for granted, and of course, my beautiful, amazing wife.
Low hanging fruit.
No, she's high up there, man. Like,
she's high on the tree.
Yeah. So
good.
Yeah.
All right.
Shout out.
Question number 2. Who has been your biggest influence?
Oof. That's a tough one.
Is it?
Do you have anything that comes? Yeah, I'm trying off the top of my head. I never think about my influences a lot. I just think of like what I'm doing. What about you, Mike? Yours is what, Seneca? I feel like you're influenced a lot by Seneca.
Seneca's a good one, like Stoic philosophers.
You quote them all the time at me.
Yeah, I always love I like that new idea of not new idea. It's a very ancient idea.
Yeah, I was like, this is one of the oldest ideas around.
But it's like meditating on your death, and once again, that goes back to the first question of just being grateful to be alive and actually making it a purpose to live your life every day. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Seneca. Thanks for tossing that my way, Brad.
You're welcome. I threw that to you because I don't really have I don't think I'm influenced by anybody, and I'm very confused now.
Something to think about. All right, so we're going to do two more questions.
Okay.
So it'll be a grand total of 4. What's your biggest pet peeve?
Oh boy.
Ooh. People that eat with their mouth open. I think we talked about this, Michael. You're a person that does this, aren't you?
Oh yeah, I go.
You chew it. You eat food with your mouth open.
I eat food with my mouth open. I forget what else.
That's terrible.
Yeah, it's not great. Mine is people to say "bless your heart," because normally it's not a loving way, or it's not a loving phrase.
No,
it feels very condescending.
It's backhanded. Yes.
Yeah.
Bless your heart.
It is. Yeah. It is definitely. It's like he can't find his way out of a paper bag. Bless his heart.
Bless his heart.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, bless his heart.
Yeah, I spent some time in the South. I understand how the bless his. And there's also Southern pointing, where it's like little old ladies with a handkerchief and the back of their hand, so you can't actually see their finger, but the way their hand moves, they're actually pointing at somebody. So it's they're not pointing, but it's like it's sort of a let's see, it's something like this where it's like, oh, that boy right over there, the one, well, bless his heart, he can't, whatever it is. And it's like, they haven't actually pointed, but it's very clear where they're...
I'm going to start paying attention to old ladies' hands a lot more now.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. They'll
something I've ignored for a long time in my life. So.
Yeah, they're pointing at you.
Yeah, they probably are.
Now, this is something when you go for this will be like a little bit of homework for you.
Uh-oh.
And then maybe you can actually throw this in there with the final broadcast.
Okay.
What's your hype song?
Hype song.
What would be your theme? Like if you were a wrestler or a baseball or a sports player that came out, what would be the song that brings it?
I've got mine.
The walkout song. You got yours?
Oh yeah, mine is Beast, the Southpaw remix by Rob Bailey and the Hustle Standard. I have it on my Gaines playlist.
Very intense.
It's sounding. Like a mixture of screamo, and I think Busta Rhymes is on that song. So it's just like this really intense. If you never heard it before, check it out. You'll probably bend like an inch stick.
Yeah.
Inch stick. Steel beam. You can bend a wooden stick. You'll harness the strength to bend a twig.
If I was to if I had to listen to a song that if I walked out to something, I think it would be Smash All Star by Smash Mouth. I don't know why. It would make me feel like the opening scene of Shrek. So I've always wanted to feel like Shrek whenever I walk into a room, and I think if me walking out to All Star that's my only way of doing that.
Hey, now I'm an all-star.
I think for me, I'll answer this one too. It would be Flashlight by Parliament. it's funky, and it's like you just kind of like, all right, you just sort of fall into your groove, and it's a good one.
Yeah, it's
so
groovy.
maybe all of these could be like you could have a link situation for the various hype songs.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to. I'll clip this and I'll just overplay the overdub some of. We're all gonna have to perform these actually. So at the end, we're actually gonna perform each song.
Right. So. Yeah, sure. That would be terrible, but sure.
I like those questions though. I mean, they made me less confident in myself because I don't know who influences me, but they've also given me something to look forward to and to actually look into in my life. So
I figured, I could ask like very specific questions, but these, I always like these are conversation starters. These are the things that, it's like the hype song gets into like music taste in general, or like the biggest influence is like, oh, well, this is where you're coming from. It helps understand each other. So like,
I like that a lot. I appreciate the time you took to put those out. And Michael, you did a great job. I'm impressed by that.
Yeah, I answered
50% of your questions for you, but
you also ignored half of your answers back to him.
You shut your face.
Oh,
and we're back.
I think we do better at asking the questions.
Yeah. Well, let's ask some questions in our favorite segment.
It's time to prod Todd.
Woo!
Woo! Todd, you know,
Ric Flair situation.
Yeah,
yes,
exactly.
Very, very Rickish. Got my Rick out.
Yes.
Very Flairish. So, the very first question we have for you today is, what are your top 3 cookies?
Ooh. So, I jumped in on the live stream of this that you guys were doing.
Yes.
One of them, in fact, was the OCP. Oatmeal cream pie.
OCP, baby.
The OCP.
Yeah, I'm down with the OCP. Yeah, you know me. There is that. And then the other is like a really freshly made chocolate chip cookie. Yes. Can't beat that.
Do you like them soft or hard?
Soft, a little bit soft.
Yeah, they got to be flaccid.
If I make them, I have actually done a thing where I refer to it as the cookie indicator, where I have like a thinner bit of batter.
Yes.
And then, it's like if I'm doing something and it's like, oh, wait, cookies are burning. No, it's the cookie. It's the cookie indicator. Did I lose you guys?
Oh, wait. There we go. I was like, how did he change his appearance so quickly?
So no, it's like a little strip of the dough, right? And like that starts to burn, which means the cookies are perfect.
That is smart.
That is genius.
Yeah.
Yes.
You're the Keebler elf.
We're not even at the wisdom section yet, and that's a good piece of advice.
That's wisdom right there.
That's and I'm trying to think. I was trying to think of a third one.
Rounded out strong.
I mean, as a kid, I used to have like Nutter Butter was kind of a jam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are those the peanut? Are those the ones shaped like a peanut?
Yes. They're the ones shaped like a peanut with peanut butter inside of them, and that's a. But it's like I'm a little disappointed that 2 of the ones that came to mind were like very like synthetic company cookies, But
corporate America's pumping out cookies. Big cookie out there is just pushing them down our throats.
Yeah, wow, that's a nice trio.
Thanks, Nabisco.
Brad, what's your big cookie?
Yo, speaking of a big cookie, I love like a really big white chocolate macadamia nut cookie like that.
That's a good cookie.
I will eat a billion of those, and
a billion.
A billion. I don't. That was extremely over
unnecessary.
The top. It was, and probably unattainable.
But it does actually. It shows that kind of level of the intensity of the love for those cookies.
Right. Yeah.
That he's even thinking like, would it be possible? Because I want to try to achieve that big number.
Right. I would quit my job to dedicate all of my time to eating these cookies. I wouldn't be able to afford cookies. Hopefully, I can get some support out there. So,
a cookie sponsor.
Yes, a cookie sponsor. I just want some like lady that cooks cookies to sponsor me. I don't want to support Big Cookie.
Yeah,
I want to support small cookie.
A local small cookie business owner.
Yeah, I want to help Betsy down the street, who's probably telling me to bless my heart every time I leave the store with cookies.
Bless your heart. You're at 6,054,000.
It's this fat guy again.
And then as you walk out, it's like, but there's that guy with the macadamia nut cookies. Bless his heart.
Bless his heart. And she's pointing at me. So
exactly.
I have to get on your back, Todd, and I like a soft chocolate chip cookie. What was your face, Michael?
You said you had to get on his back. What was
That's what you said
about?
earlier. You said you were on my back.
You said what you said.
piggyback.
Yes.
Yeah, I didn't
I was
say
with you. I got it, Brad.
I said
I
to
was
mount
saying,
you and hop on your back.
I didn't necessarily say mount. You
Might as
typed
well.
soft chocolate.
Cocolet chip.
Okay. Oh yeah, it's cocolet, not what I said. All right. So he's tracking this in our show doc, and he had a
I don't know
typo
how to spell
that.
chocolate anymore. I can't spell. I keep spelling it wrong. Cohocolet. All right, there we go.
This is stupid.
That is very
and I'm
stupid.
just gonna get out of here with Samoas. I love Samoas.
Yeah,
the coconut,
get out of
the
here with
the-
those.
What? No, they're delicious. Coconut. The freaking they're really good. Thank
Yeah,
you.
that's a whole other question. The best.
Don't
Scout
get me
Girl Scout
started.
cookie.
Don't rub me.
Yeah. Excuse me.
So what about yours? What are your?
Yeah, Michael.
Ooh. Well, I'm
Yours
gonna.
are gonna be stupid.
Yeah. Mine is peanut butter
Just touch your
cookies.
nipples.
Every time I think about this cookie, I get a little excited, and it's the peanut butter cookie. Just a standard.
Oh, what?
Excuse me, don't hate my
What
pick.
is this? The '60s? Who eats that?
Dude, I love peanut butter. As a man who loves peanut butter.
What's your thought, Todd?
I'm okay with a good peanut butter cookie.
Yeah,
It's a-
see-
it's
Well,
a
yeah,
classic.
you rolled with the peanut nutter butter, so I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's a classic. It's a good classic cookie, and it's a base for other things to play with. So
Yeah.
if you want to put M&Ms in it, that's awesome. If you want to do some other, yeah.
White chocolate
It's a
and
very
macadamia nuts in there.
What's that?
Put
Let's not
white
go
chocolate and
crazy.
macadamia nuts. Yeah, let's
Yeah,
just
you can do that too.
get spicy.
Ooh,
Why not
speaking
those?
of
Why not
spicy,
those?
I see what you typed in here, and this is a terrible take.
this is a great one. Ginger snaps, baby. So I've got my soft peanut butter cookie. I need a little texture difference here. I'm going ginger snaps. I need a little spicy, a little cut back from the sugar forwardness, and a little bit of a natural ginger snap.
You're
Dare I
aging at a rapid rate. every cookie is just making you older and older. So I'm excited to see
Oh.
what this third one is.
Don't worry. I think you just read my fortune because I'm picking a fortune cookie from my last one. They're so fun. The taste is not really there. The taste is not there. However, you do get a wonderful piece of wisdom. So
No, you don't. It's
from a
usually
fortune
like
cookie.
no, they're like they're in with like the lottery. On the back of them, they have like the quote unquote lucky numbers, but it's the exact amount of numbers that you could put on a lottery ticket. I see what you're doing, Chinese food companies.
Yeah, the fortune cookie actually they do suck.
They're in bed with Big Lottery.
Yeah, they really
Big.
they often don't have an actually good fortune. now
Yeah,
that
it's
I
like
think of that.
you have arms, and it's like this isn't a fortune. This is a statement that could or could not be true. You don't know me, fortune cookie.
Yeah.
Well,
So-
I mean, it's why in some ways like dark. I mean, it just reminds me that dark humor and food are very similar.
Ooh, they should have dark humor.
You know
fortune
why?
Cookies.
You know why dark humor and food
Wait,
or
tell
dark
me
comedy and food are so similar? Because
Tell me now.
well, not everyone gets it.
Oh,
Oh no! Oh,
got him.
And he slurps his slurpage.
Oh boy. Well, Brad, I couldn't spell chocolate earlier. So what's the next question we got here?
Oh, perfect. So, what's a common word that you can never spell correctly? Do you have one of those words that you're just like,
I do, and this is actually it's led to an act of mine.
oh,
no.
But the word
Perfect.
apparently like in a spelling bee, I missed the word balloon, right? And for whatever reason, like I thought it was like one L, right? Because it didn't. I mean, it's ball like, but it didn't. It's not a ball, and it's certainly not an oon.
it's
I don't
definitely
even know
not
what
an
that
oon.
is.
I could tell that.
And I thought, well, this is really efficient, right? I mean, one L is a much more efficient way of spelling it. But they didn't admire the efficiency, so I was out of the spelling bee. And it's always been one I've had to like pause ever since. But yeah, balloon is the one that gets me
Oh,
sometimes.
dang.
The old oon.
Yeah. Yeah. What
So
about
what I
you?
end up doing now, I think you guys have probably seen the nail drive act. You know, like where
Yes.
I drive a nail through a piece of board, and it's no accident that there's a balloon under it waiting because
Yeah. I'm gonna
I got
show
it.
you.
I'm
It's
I'm getting revenge. Fifth grade spelling bee,
deep-rooted symbolism.
revenge. Right. It's I mean, it's clear that I get over things easily and quickly.
Yeah.
You know,
Yes.
like a fifth
Yeah.
grade spelling bee as at my age. Sure. Why not? But yeah, balloon was the word.
The package
You
this
fifth
came
grade.
in was misspelt or spelled incorrectly. Screw you.
So, Michael,
Brad,
aside from no, you shut your face.
Aside
from chocolate, what is your bugaboo word?
Cohacklet. Just however it's
Cocklet.
no.
That sounded really bad.
Yeah, it did. Thanks a lot for that.
We'll edit that out. Goodness.
So now that I'm thinking about this isn't the most common word, but personnel.
Yes.
I never know. Brad, spell personnel for me real quick.
Personnel? No.
You got it right, baby.
Oh, yes.
Wow. Yeah, that word is tough. I always either double the N or double the S.
I almost put two L's at the end. I almost put two L's at the end.
It's like, there's two of something in there, but you don't know where that's at.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's a tough one. What about
mine
you, Brad?
Mine's inconvenience. Like, sorry,
what is it?
The word is an inconvenience to my life.
How ironic is that?
So we're waiting to hear the word, though.
Yeah, so what's your word?
I hate both of you. Yeah, it's inconvenience. I have a couple other. I have restaurant and guarantee.
Yeah.
I can't spell restaurant ever. Restaurant.
Oh, yeah, restaurant's a tough one. You know a tough one I have? I don't know if Todd can spell it. It's iCup. I always struggle with that one.
Wait.
I'm not falling for your shenanigans.
My fourth grade joke fell flat.
Yeah.
He wouldn't do
Yes.
it.
Yes.
It was close.
I was like,
I see what you did there.
Yeah. We would have had some problems if you saw us doing that. So.
Well, I don't think Todd's going to have any problem ranking these 3 items. So we have a rank these question.
Okay.
All right, you got volcano, kaleidoscope, and the $2 bill. Best to worst. How are you rating that?
Various systems, right? Like things I would like to have in my hands. Volcano is dead last. Like that's
I feel like for you that's way above other people's desire to be in their hands.
Still though, it's like I can bend some steel, but like if you drop your keys in lava, they're gone. Like it is
That's
not
true.
playing around, right?
It's not forgiving.
Not something you want to get anywhere near.
Yeah.
Kaleidoscopes are awesome. Whereas but the $2 bill, if you so choose, you could get a kaleidoscope. Whereas if you have a kaleidoscope, you may not be able to sell it for $2. So I think $2 bill because of potential, kaleidoscope because they're awesome, but it's like you've committed to that thing, and then volcano, it's just danger. Will Robinson. That's a fool's errand.
These are that's solid rationales behind that. I like that.
It's the hand-holding test.
Yes, I mean it applies to most anything in life. I think.
Yeah, but then again, in terms of toughness, obviously, it's like, which will survive longer, a $2 bill or a kaleidoscope in a volcano? And it's like neither. Yeah. They're both gone. It's a tie.
Who would win in a fight, a volcano, a kaleidoscope, or a $2 bill? It's obviously volcano. Yeah,
volcano, right?
Yeah,
hands down. Not even a dirty fight.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go against the grain here. I really enjoy volcano. And it's for the weirdest reason ever.
Not to hold
I feel like lava would be delicious. Like it seems
what is wrong with you?
Like if you were to ever eat lava, and I'm sure there's people out there that look at lava has this look to it. It's
it doesn't.
I would love to eat that if it would not it wouldn't kill me.
All right, Google searching lava.
You have to look at pure lava, not like the one with the rocks in it. No, you got to get that pure lava.
It's like a big stream of it coming up and down.
Yeah, no, that's good, man. Not you have to get the running lava, not the one shooting out.
This.
Molten.
How are you with either a cheese or chocolate fountain? Is this part of your?
I love those. It reminds. It's like but it's not lava. Yes, maybe that's it.
A free flowing food source is where he's at. That's
liquid steak. I love liquid steak.
It looks like
Bam margaritas in your future for sure. Yeah,
Bam Margera.
It looks like a burnt marshmallow, and that upsets me, and I don't want that in my life.
All right, well, fair enough. All right.
Yeah. So I had volcano in it too. There's somewhere in between.
I don't want to hear it. But one thing I want to hear Todd's answer to this would you rather question.
Oh, okay.
So would you rather sell seashells by the seashore or help a woodchuck chuck wood?
I think I would rather sell the seashells by the seashore.
Ooh. You think?
Yeah, because it's a busman's holiday, right? You're at the beach. You're at the beach and you're hanging out, and you happen to be making some spending money. Whereas, like, at the end of the day, the woodchuck's going to be like nothing because they don't speak, and you've done all this chucking of wood, and and it's like, cool. So I'm still in the woods. I've been bitten by every insect around, and now I've got this pile of wood and an ungrateful woodchuck. Yeah, I'm going with the seashells.
Yeah.
How do you know this woodchuck's ungrateful? Like,
he's not saying anything.
That's true. If he was grateful, he would learn how to speak English to me.
Well, I don't even care that. Like, even if it was like, I mean, I'm sure there's a native tongue for woodchucks. Yeah. But I just have a feeling like this is a function of what they do as the critters they are.
Yeah.
It's not.
They're just very ungrateful.
Well, I mean, it's like they're just
jerks.
They're just driven. Like they're very task driven, and it's not like, oh, cool, I've had help, thank you. You know, that doesn't strike me. It's like, no, we're doing this thing.
So we should get them to start building houses for us. Like, they seem really driven. We can start just this woodchuck like construction company.
Well, maybe demolition. Maybe demolition would be more their speed.
But back to the seashells. Is a seashore really the best place to sell seashells? Because you could just pick them up. Like, are people unless you've monopolized it and you've stolen all of the seashells?
Exactly.
Well, it's also packaging, right? You could have a good variety of shells. You're not just selling them and so it's like,
by weight.
I mean, there was a friend of mine who actually legit went to Coney Island and scooped up a lot of the sand. Scooped up a lot of jars of sand, and then would put trinkets. So it was like Coney Island sand as a base with other souvenirs and things. So like that was actually pretty cool. So
I should have did that with my hair.
Excuse me.
Just the little vials of my hair with the trinket in there.
Thought.
That's how Brad stopped doing food service. Yeah.
I used to drive for DoorDash, and then they let me go.
I don't blame you. Yeah, I would do the seashells as well. Just the entrepreneurial spirit. I think that's the move.
You're just always flexing that entrepreneurial spirit, man.
Hey, at least you didn't have us try to spell entrepreneurial. I'm pretty glad with that. So.
Yeah.
That actually is a tough one.
No, that was another word. Every time I say it, even when I say the word, I feel like I'm saying it
wrong.
So, yeah, in aperture. So, yeah, I'm done with this.
Excuse me?
I'm done with the show. No, I would probably roll with the woodchucks. I enjoy not having to try to sell things, and I'm here for manual labor, and I'll move forward in my life.
That sounds like a rewarding life.
It is.
So. Yeah, no, and there is something about simple pleasures,
about
simple
money.
tasks, and leading a very,
I would be their leader. I would lead them.
No, I don't think so.
Now it gets weird. Now it sounds like you're going to have an uprising, and that's
the woodchuck.
Don't worry about our woodchuck union. You'll see 2024.
Yeah, well, speaking of woodchuck unions, is eating cold hot dogs acceptable?
Is eating hot dogs acceptable?
Is this a would you rather thing, or is this just a general?
It's just a general question.
Just general guidance in life.
A Wednesday morning.
I think situationally it depends, right? I mean, like some things that are quote unquote. I mean, yeah, it's like if you're coming home from the bar and all of a sudden you're like, thanks past me for making hot dogs and putting them in the fridge, like like all of a sudden like you're a hero. Now is that my man? I'm having a really nice birthday dinner. I better make some really good food. You know what? To hell with it. I'm just having the cold hot dogs out. Like,
just straight out of the package.
Yeah, they're pre-cooked.
Yeah, they're pre-cooked.
But it's like, I don't know. I mean, I think yes, but there has to be with an asterisk and it has to be the right situation for cold hot dogs. It's not an immediate go-to thought for cuisine.
So I can't think of an additional situation beyond the one you described.
Yeah,
that's.
I mean, unless
the only one I could think of is, and this might apply to you, Brad, is the fact that it's like you're driving somewhere, pre-cooked hot dog, kid's hungry, and then just like here.
Oh, okay.
Like
I keep a fanny pack full of hot dogs at my whim with ice in there.
Like, for some reason, like you're on the way somewhere, like from the grocery, and the kids are really hungry. Like this will work. It's cooked. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, you're good.
But again, drunk people are kind of like small children anyway, so it's pretty much.
I mean, it makes sense.
It's the same. It's the same instance, just a little bit of nuance.
I remember when we were younger, we we're training our dogs and we got a fanny pack and they had little cut up hot dogs in it.
Oh,
I'm
nice.
just imagining Brad be like, "Good boy," and just handing his son a little
To my
bitty-
child.
So I actually trained my cat recently, and it took like not even half a day, and it's a little scary because I know she's smart enough now to like hide in the corner. She's an all black cat, so she's gonna hide in the corner of the steps, and that's how I'll go. But like she'll figure out how to get the food out of the bucket, and then I'm done. That's it for me. But no, I have a bell that hangs in the back of my door, and and the top of it's flat, so I put a treat on the bell. And I would, generally I would have her chase the laser around, go up and she hit the bell, and I'd give her a treat, right? Every time she hit the bell. Now I put the treat on the bell, and she'll just jump from the floor up and swat it, right? And then I realized like I had the bell up and no treats, and she was swatting at it, and I was like, okay, clearly that's on me. Here's a treat, and then I took the bell down, and now anytime I put the bell up and then bring treats over, she's on it. Like,
oh, nice.
Like we've established a system.
Oh wow.
So I actually have a video of that on Instagram as well, of like training the cat to hop up and hit this bell. So,
and she actually has her own Instagram page too, right?
She does, yeah.
Oh boy,
Mia Farrell Kitty at Instagram. But I think with some, the underline.
Yeah, I think it's Mia_Farrell_Kitty. Yeah. So everyone, check out Mia. She deserves a follow.
She is devilishly cute. She gets away with a lot because she's very cute.
Yeah.
Mia's so cute. Okay, I'm done.
I'm sorry. Could you spell iCup for me again? Yeah.
Don't make him spell it. He'll just do it.
That's true.
Yeah, he's a weird guy. Yeah. So one
or at least
last.
He's not wearing like the band shirt to the band he's singing. Oh wait, he is. He is wearing the band shirt to the band he's singing. I actually own one. I own a blue one.
Let's go. That's a good color.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. It goes with Michael's face. Yeah, so we'll round it out with the final little choose your roommate scenario. Would you rather choose your roommate?
Would you rather choose your roommate or not choose your roommate?
So choose your roommate: the Tin Man from The Wizard of Oz.
Yep.
Or a llama.
So well, depends on how close I was with the Woodchuck Union if I needed the services of the Tin Man or not.
This is true.
But I mean, if you're looking in terms of like costs involved, Tin Man's easy, just a bit of oil every now and again. Whereas llamas, you got to feed them. I think I would go with Tin Man as opposed to llama.
Tin Man over llama. I would have to agree. I mean, the Tin Man, like, he's without a heart, right? So that's a little bit of a struggle. So he might not be able to relate. But I feel like I would like wake up and be like, oh, let's motivate this guy. Let's get him feeling good.
So you just oil him up every morning.
Where llama, that's a lot. Well, it's a different type of work. I just gotta like put food in a bowl.
Yeah,
actually, it's way easier than having to deal with someone who is quite literally heartless.
Yeah, he is heartless.
But I mean, I think in a way, it's like he lacked the actual organ, but he seemed like, as they say, his heart was in the right place. Like he was definitely like helpful and wanted to do.
Yeah, he seemed like an all right person.
Yeah.
Like.
Plus, I mean, you've already got like the whole silver thing going, which is kind of cool.
That's true. I would just sell him.
You just sell your roommate?
Well, the price of silver keeps going up.
This is true.
Like, I mean, if he's just,
But wait, we did establish that it is the Tin Man, right? It's not the Silver Man.
Oh well, I'm going to sell him and not get much back. I'll take him to the recycling center. It's like it's the equivalent of bringing 12 aluminum cans.
That'll be 1 nickel, sir.
And then I have this personal vendetta for the rest of my life over 22 cents. So
yeah,
that's cool.
That's a tough call.
Yeah, I mean, well, at least though, when the Tin Man came back, because inevitably the Tin Man would come back.
Yeah, in some sort of recycled.
But you'd have to hope that he did not find another benefactor, so that you could hear the squeak, squeak, squeak. That would be the last thing you hear. Yeah, unless he's oiled up, then you wouldn't hear anything, and it would just be over.
Or he comes back as like a can of in a can, and I just crack him open, and then he takes me out that way.
He jumps down.
I can just see like the lid of the can going. why did you sell me?
And then that's when you realize you're on LSD, and then you leave Woodstock.
Yeah, that's when you go back to the comfort of your woodchuck union and talk it out.
Yeah. Well, that's been a good time, but I think we should move on to the comfort of our next segment.
What if Todd was one of us?
What if Todd Gardner was one of us, aka
HT Links?
HT Links, Hot Todd
HT Links.
Lincoln.
Has anyone ever called you that before?
Not until today. So that is a new experience. I'm into it.
Oh,
yeah,
good.
I mean, just rebrand as HT Links.
HT Links. Yeah, I'll go to the courses and start bending golf clubs, and I'll be HT Links. It'll be great.
Hey, there he is.
HT Links is hitting the links.
Hey, that was implied. You ruined it.
I know. Jokes are best explained.
Stupid. So I guess I'll explain this because this came in from Steven from Instagram.
Steven.
I recently had a birthday, and my girlfriend gave me a very nice birthday card. I'm not one that keeps birthday cards, and I usually trash them within 24 hours or so. Am I terrible if I throw this card away, or am I now on the hook to keep this card forever?
I think you should at least keep it for as long as the relationship goes, and it doesn't have to be necessarily prominently displayed. But I think if you have a spot for keepsakes or things of that nature, because it's nice to kind of look back on on some of the things that, because a relationship is cumulative, right? It continues to build, and it becomes the sum of all the things that have led up to where you're at right now. Ooh, and so, like, all of a sudden to pull out the first birthday card or this kind of thing, or a small gift, or like, oh yeah, we won this at that carnival or whatever. So it's like, I think that's, I mean, I think a birthday card from anyone that you're pitching in 24 hours, I mean, that's a little weird. Like, yeah, that's
what the hell, Steven?
Yeah, man.
Stop throwing people's cards out.
Right. It's like, cool, nice card. It's not a candy bar. It's not like you devoured it and it's worthless. Like,
no,
I might be the Tin Man over here.
You're heartless.
Yeah.
Speaking of the candy bar thing, though, what happens if you eat the card in front of her? Is that more acceptable than throwing it away?
No.
Don't eat it.
Don't eat the card. Don't eat the card, because that asks more questions than it answers.
Yeah. Huh. Yeah, have you ever, I'm surprised you didn't go with ripping the card.
No, man. I try to use my powers for good, and basically like, hey, thanks for the nice thing. It's not a nice thing to do.
I don't know if you had like a birthday party, everyone got you a card, you're like, all right, sweet guys, this is 12. Check this out. Yeah. I'm assuming that's the noise you make.
Yeah, you get
Well, it would be with 12 birthday cards, but it's only going to be in our imaginations, because it would never happen. I would not rip the 12 birthday cards because COVID dictates we can't have 12 people together.
It's true. Yes. Everybody, one person per room. Like, one person walks in, once they leave, another person comes in.
Right. And there's a bouncer outside doing this, like, next with the mask, next in the velvet rope. Right.
Wow.
And wearing pants. Yeah. So,
well, it's a birthday party. That's optional.
I think, like, so with the significant other, yes, I keep cards and such. However, with like lots of aunts, uncles, grandparents, I don't normally keep the cards because there's not like a big sentimental like letter. Like if it's handwritten or something like very special, yes. But if it's just like, here's a card with just like happy birthday, period. Love this. I don't know. I don't keep those. I take a picture of them.
You're a monster.
Case.
Just upload it to the cloud.
No.
Yeah. So that's good. You have a file. I mean, that's actually pretty organized. That works.
Yeah, I have this big tub that I've just moved with me forever. And I hope your wife doesn't hear this because she's going to yell at me.
Yeah.
Shout out at hello.clutter.
Hey,
get that in there.
My wife's a professional organizer, so that might also help put some color around.
Yeah, there you go.
That.
Yeah, I have a tub that, I think I have stuff from like 2008, 2009 in there. I keep everything. I have notes from like everybody.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Do you have like your old like
I don't have my high school notes. No, I don't go that far back. I think there might be some in there, but like I went to boot camp in 2008, so I have like every letter I got in 2008. So and just all that stuff. And even the other day I got a card just for no reason. I think it was from my son's teacher, but it's his kindergarten teacher. So I was like, oh, I'm going to keep this card. Blah, blah, blah. I keep everything. It's so sentimental. So I'm a very anti Tin Man.
That's good. So we got 2 anti-Tin Men and one heartless cold
piece of
man of tin.
I mean, you can't really go full Tin Man because you do keep them. You take pictures of them, and that's a good technique. And that's not.
Yeah, you're like Elon Musk.
They are good.
Yeah, if they're good.
Even if it takes up so little space on a hard drive or something for that. Like if you wanted to keep them, you can. And then you have files for who they are, and it's nice. It's like a nice,
Yeah, it's always there. People can always check it out one day. I don't know who.
You have to display them. Someone's like, I want to see that card I got you in 2012.
I'll just have an Instagram page that's dedicated to all
cards
the
I've
received.
At cards _cards. All right. How you feeling, Michael? You feeling good? Steven? You think that answered your question? I hope so.
Well, yes, I do.
Steve, we have Steven here. Steven, welcome onto the show.
Oh, hello.
Is it Mrs. Doubtfire?
Oh, hello. I don't know. That was a bad impersonation of that.
All right.
Mrs. Doubtfire.
So let's get out of here. Pull out, man. Move on to the next segment.
In Todd, we trust.
It's that time of the show. It's that time to flex your wisdom and pump our listeners up with some inspiration. Hot Todd Lincoln.
Yeah, flex that wisdom muscle.
All right, so I've got 2 bits of advice, 2 things I've been thinking about. One is simply wherever you're at, read the room, right? Okay. It's like, like trying to say, man, I'm going to this really cool place on vacation and I'm looking forward to doing all that. And it's like, and it's like really being excited is awesome until the person's like, we're at a funeral right now. Could you not
put out
the maps and things? Read the room and know where you're at, and be situationally aware. I mean, it's amazing how many people aren't, and how nice it is when it happens. Right? It's like, or it's like if somebody's like, it's like if you really look around and you see somebody's having a bad day, and you can say, looks like things aren't going well right now. Like, how can I be of service? How can I help you? And that's it's a weird muscle to flex if you haven't, but it's something that becomes easier the more you do it, right? And it makes you feel good for being aware and sort of tuned into what's going on, right? You feel part of a thing. And then the other, I think that the other is if you're competitive, or if you're it's like if you are wired in that way, kind of like alpha must do all the things, it's then great, you can do so. But it's the thing, the one person you should compete the most with is yourself. Ooh. And then be gracious either in your wins or in defeats of others. It's like you've come to this, one day I'm better, one day they're better, but it's we're I mean, I still think there was something a few years ago. There was a brawl between the Yankees and the Red Sox. Yeah. And the Little Leaguer wrote in, and it was something's missing from Major League Baseball games that we always have to do, which is win or lose, we all go shake each other's hands
after the game. Yeah.
And everyone was like, holy crap, that's a good idea. And so at the next Yankees Red Sox game, they all walked down the line and shook each other's hands. And, and it's I mean, it's a competition, and it's awesome when you win, but it's also, it's grounding when you lose, and it gives you what you need to work on, or okay, I'll get you next time. And it's, there's a certain camaraderie that's there. So those are my 2 bits of, if you're going to compete against yourself, but be gracious everywhere else, and read the room. That's the down and dirty, quick and easy bits of advice for, in Todd we trust.
The D&D.
Hey, everyone out there, trust Todd, because those are 2 home runs of advice.
Yeah, I definitely like the if you're competitive, compete with yourself. I feel
so you didn't like the other one?
I like both of them, but I'm going to expand upon one of them.
I definitely like this one.
Brad.
The other one,
Michael, let him finish. I will turn this broadcast right around.
Yeah, you're not reading the room very well,
Brad. I'll turn this show right around.
read this room. But yeah, I think sometimes we think like when we compete, like that gives us like a like elitism, or it's like me versus you. Whoa, that was wild. I'm gonna throw up now.
I get it now. I turned the show, around.
Yeah, I think it's like, yeah, and if you're comparing yourself to others, if the only person you really can compete with is yourself and who you were yesterday, and then not like rubbing stuff in other people's faces, because what good is that going to do?
Nothing.
I mean, they go hand in hand, right? Like if somebody like at the like there was something I saw the other day where there was this either a Kenyan runner or like it was a marathon, and the track wasn't marked well, or the course wasn't marked well. So this guy thought he'd pretty much finished, but there was still like another length.
Yeah.
And then this other Italian came up, I believe, and like said, no, it's that way. And the guy was like, you could have totally passed him and won. He's like, no, he had me beat. And it's like, I would not have felt honor in that victory by taking advantage of the fact that the course was mismarked. So he basically encouraged the guy to go ahead, because it was clear that he'd done the work and he was better prepared, and he'd made, and I thought that's a really good, like, that's something really nice to hear, as opposed to like, I found this loophole where I could do this thing, or I'd like to, I like to win, but I also like to sleep at night, and I also like to feel good about the people I've competed with. And
it definitely says a lot about a person, for sure.
Yeah, I think
absolutely.
Sportsmanship is one of the greatest things. Whenever it's displayed, it's one of the best things to like witness, and
it's universal. Like people, you don't have to speak the same language, or it's like you just simply get it, and it's like, or like it's like, I think we all have those, like we'll go down rabbit holes in YouTube or something like that, and it's like I cannot watch enough of like some kid who's not played all year and like gets to put on the uniform and make a basket, and like everyone make sure that they get their basket, or like the kid that has some kind of developmental issue that gets to run down the field, and it's like, like if the kid even taps them, they're like, whoa, and they jump and they fall down. So like this kid feels like he is done that, he's lived out a dream, and it's like, and it's like it costs the other players nothing. It costs nothing to be kind.
You gain a memory.
There was the one kid who had been like the manager, like the player manager, like he kind of was like doing everything for the team. Yeah. And he like let loose a fury of 3-pointers. He like hit 7 or 8.
I saw that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And he was like, I was harder than a pistol, but it was like, I mean, it started off like, the coach was like, I put him in because it was like one of the last games. We're just going to do this. And then he took a shot and it was like, oh man, please let him make one. And then he made the next one, and then the next one. And then the next one, and like everyone was losing their minds, and it was like, that kid is going to, if he lives to 103, he'll still talk about that game, and like, it was great. So I love that kind of thing, because it's like, it's so uncommon to see that kind of kindness. So it's really rewarding when you see it.
Yeah. That reminds me of a Dave Chappelle skit when he like. Oh. There's a there's like the opposite of that. Yeah, it's when he like there's a kid like in the Make-A-Wish Foundation. He like wants like Dave Chappelle to come, and he's like, "Oh, it's so nice to meet you, Dave Chappelle." And like they just like play some video games together, and Dave just like crushes him over. He's like, "In your face, Billy!" Like in your face, like just completely ruining him.
You have to revive him to finish the game. Like,
exactly. Oh, it was so wild.
Leave it.
And it's sorry, Billy, but like it's like you come into my house, you're getting Well, it's also like the Dikembe Mutombo Geico commercial where it's like it's like saving on your car insurance is makes you as happy as Dikembe Mutombo is blocking shots.
Right.
And it's like someone's like putting something in the grocery store and he just smacks and he's like I thought going everywhere.
I thought for a second he said card insurance, and I was like, I don't know if anyone would give you that insurance.
No, I could not get that insurance. It's funny actually when I go and buy cards, it's like I'll buy them in bulk at times when I can find them.
Yeah,
and they'll usually say, "Man, you're buying a lot of cards," and I say, "Well, they go through them so quickly at the home. It's nice when I can get a lot of them at once." And they're like, "Oh, that's so nice," and then I don't tell them that
I'm about to shred these.
Just avoids the discussion of it. But
yeah,
so everyone out there, keep in mind, read the room, be self-aware, and definitely, if you're competitive, be gracious in your wins and
shake hands, maybe.
Shake hands.
Or even do the elbow bump these days, where you can.
Or another alternative is giving a nod.
Oh,
It's time to give a nod to Todd.
Ooh.
Hey!
I'm gonna give you a nod on that transition, Michael. This is the first Todd Michael to not to Mike Michael.
What are you saying? What was that?
What just happened there?
I was trying to congratulate you on a good transition, and I couldn't speak words. So we're gonna close out this episode. I mean, it's been round 2 with Todd Gardner. Everyone out there, remember, we will have a Once Upon a Todd segment that is going to be a visual delight. So tune into the YouTube. We'll have a link. There's a link on the Toddcastpod.com.
Check it
out. Todd has already left. He hates us so much.
No, I'm still here. I'm just getting that next segment ready.
Yeah. So everyone out there, give Todd a follow on Instagram at Hot Todd Lincoln. Not HT Links, but Hot Todd Lincoln.
Yeah.
Give
the HT Links is my OnlyFans site apparently.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. So subscribe to that.
OnlyTodds.com/HT Links.
Yeah, so instead of going to that website, how about you go to our website, which is the Toddcastpod.com. From there you can find all of the links to subscribe. You can go to Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, and also it has links to our social media accounts, which is TikTok. What else do we have? Facebook, Instagram?
Yes.
TikTok's not on the I forget where we're at. We're everywhere.
Do you guys have any merchandise on any of those? Any of that situation there?
If you check out the Toddcastpod.com, there should be a link for merchandise.
Yeah, everything you want is at the Toddcastpod.com.
Brand new website coming in hot.
Bookmark it, favorite it, make it your homepage.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're going to start. It's going to be like a MySpace here soon. We're going to start social media. We are the Toms.
Toms.
Yeah, Tom from. Yeah. Good job. Well, I guess with that being said, I'm going to round it out. I'm Brad.
Hey, I'm Michael.
And he's Todd. He's Todd.
There you go. Yeah, I'm Todd.
There we go. He's Todd.
Hit that YouTube up, everybody.